Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Two Mom Edit with Jamie and Lisa, or Lisa and Jamie. I think I say that every single time we film a podcast.
That's right. And if you notice, we are filming for the first time in our homemade podcast room.
Yes,
Woo!
we're so excited. It's just like I'm getting more pregnant. I was thinking that it's going to be so hard to head into the city. We live in New Jersey, so we typically film in Manhattan. And I was thinking to spend like 7 hours of our day going back and forth and filming. But when the twins get here, it's going to be super tricky. So we just decided to make one in our basement instead. And we're still working on it. It's going to take, I think, a little bit of time, but we've gotten a lot done. And we're so excited to be back here filming live rather than just putting out an audio podcast.
If you could see the cards, hold up those cards.
Okay.
Finally changed the back. So we are chipping away here.
Yeah.
Right?
Any updates in our life you want to share before we get started on today's topic?
Updates on our life.
I haven't filmed in a while since my belly's been this big. So if you hold
you
these,
should stand up and show your belly.
I might mess up the microphone, but I could try.
Okay.
There it is.
Wow. Look at that. Jamie's did a good job of also wiping away her deodorant stains on her shirt.
If it was up to me, I would just like wear belly shirts and like
I know,
like a sports bra and like biker shorts every day.
Yeah.
But I know it's not appropriate.
Well, we're starting to feel the babies big
They
time.
have been
They're
moving.
kicking a
Yeah,
lot.
that's new. I actually sorry, go ahead.
They're in Jamie's side of her belly sometimes, so it's a little frustrating for her to feel. You know, it's just painful, right?
This is all really new, so it's so exciting because I feel like the other pregnancies, it was probably like 28, 29 weeks that they would be like, oh, they're my rib, oh, they're my hip. But yesterday, for the first time, I'm like, they're so little still. They're only like a pound, and I'm like 23 weeks. But I guess because there's two, it's the same thing as like a 28-week belly.
Right.
So I'm like all day in my hip. Actually, it happened today at the gym again.
Wow.
But I just like did some stretches, and it felt much better.
You got to remember those stretches because you couldn't figure out how to get it out yesterday.
It wasn't as bad today though. And I was like already moving. So it wasn't like stuck there. Yesterday I feel like her little toe or her hand. I guess I'll find out today at my doctor's appointment what it was. But yeah, they're definitely kicking a lot more, punching me, which I love. Makes me feel like, you know, I mean, anybody that's pregnant or has been pregnant before totally gets it. Like when you feel them move, it just gives you a sense of confidence and makes you feel comfortable, you know, that they're doing okay.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to see them today. And I'm kind of sad because it's like the first appointment at the specialist that you can't come to.
I know. Well,
we do go every 2 weeks, so it's okay. But we have a lot happening the next few days.
Yes,
We're getting
we do.
ready to leave our house for a week.
When do we not have a lot happening?
Literally hasn't happened since the day I met you.
That's right, because you met the right
so
person.
Much shit going on every day.
You met the right person.
We always have a ton of shit going on. That's not surprising. But this week, we're actually having our floors redone in our house. So we have to move every single piece of furniture on the first
I have
two
to
floors.
move every single piece of furniture.
Lisa has to actually
so I already tackled the first 2-3 rooms. And one thing that Jamie always does that is so interesting, she always asks me, well, if I tell her what I'm going to do something, she's always like, oh, well, when are you going to do that? I'm like, since day one, if you've been noticing lately, I've been telling you, I have never said I was going to do something and it not be done on time.
Yeah, no,
I've never
true.
said it was. So when you say, well, when are you going to do that? Don't even ask me anymore because I don't need to explain the time frame that I just get things done. Like you just took the kids to camp. I got his room done. I work fast.
Yeah.
I painted.
Well, I hate like leaving things to last minute, but we've also been so busy we couldn't even do it anytime sooner.
When have we laid down and just relaxed?
No, never.
Even
Literally
2 nights
never.
ago, I painted his new room because he's moving in Carmela's room. 7:30 after dinner, basically in bed. Till 12:30 at night.
Yeah, I just want to say something about that. When we first moved into this house, which we just moved in like January, so now we're in July. When we moved in, I said, Lisa, I think Carmela should be where the Jack and Jill bedrooms and bathroom is because I'm pretty sure we're transferring the girl embryo next because it was the healthiest embryo.
I don't even remember this.
I do because
Why wouldn't I put her in that cool room?
Because you were like, she's the oldest. She should have the bedroom with the ensuite. Why should she have to share with babies? But I was like, but if we're going to have another girl anyway.
It's so interesting how we talk like this. Meanwhile, growing up, I had 4 people in an apartment.
No, of course.
Big,
but
wait, excuse me. This big, the size of our, whatever, a garage, okay?
Your apartment was smaller than our garage.
My apartment was very small.
Yeah. I'm saying it was smaller than our 3-car garage, I think. Probably.
Yeah. So the fact
maybe
that
same
we're
square footage. Maybe.
yeah. So I find myself sometimes saying things that just like really, but I don't think it's bad though, because I always wanted to get to this place with my partner where we are constantly growing and we're working our asses off for everything,
Yeah,
so
we really work for every
so
single
like
little
even
thing
when
we
we
got.
were looking at houses, Jamie's like, well, it doesn't have a playroom. I'm like, who the fuck are we looking for? Oh, you know what a playroom was to me? Sitting in
I
my
didn't have
bathroom
that
by
either,
myself.
though. I mean, I had like a nice, I had my
you
ranch
a nice,
house. It
you had
was
a
great.
semi house. You had
but
a semi.
that was my the ranch was the child like where I was first like born. And my parents got divorced. We were
Right.
in like a semi-attached house, which is like something very common that is in Staten Island. But like
Right.
I shared a room my whole life.
All your
definitely.
bedrooms were upstairs.
We had
You
one
a
bathroom
cool
with the adults and
Right.
all the kids. So,
anything can work at any time.
of course, I'm not saying it can't,
It's
but we
just-
had the option. Is my point.
Well,
I don't mean to sound like, but we have the option.
we set standards, right? We set goals for ourselves, and we worked our ass off to hit those goals.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, we work every
But
day.
sometimes
we
I
literally
remember-
work so hard to keep what we got
Yeah.
and keep growing and figure out
And
what's
I don't
next.
think that that's bad.
No,
you
I
know,
think
sometimes
yeah.
I just sometimes when I hear people say like, "Oh, it's shallow to want monetary things," and that, but at the end of the day, I know what it's like to not have much, and I know what it's like to start getting what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And it's much better to start getting what you want, and also that freedom that comes with putting in that work and growing yourself.
I think
and
that is what
whatever
it's all
it
about
is.
for us.
And it's that freedom. It's and it's that having that choice, and that's nothing to shun. I remember I was talking to somebody, and he was like, I'm not gonna say who, but you'll probably know. And he was like,
I already
why do
know without
people,
you saying
people
it.
care about shallow things like monetary things. And I said, it's not shallow. I mean, I want a beautiful relationship with my wife. I want a beautiful relationship with my kids. I want to work and create. I want
family.
to give back to the world. I want to
Yeah.
make youth and the next generation feel awesome about themselves.
Yeah.
That's my passion. And
I want people to accept families like ours.
Yeah,
There's
and
so
create a
many things that
platform
we want that are not monetary.
that I'm leading with my heart, and we're leading with our heart. But I also want some monetary things as well, and I also want that freedom. And I'm working and we work our ass off for it. So there's nothing bad about And then when you think it's bad, you're actually closing yourself off to welcoming that. So I know we weren't talking about this at all today.
No, we're literally not even close to our
not
topic.
even close. But it came up. We were talking about
Yeah.
the house and this and that. And I think people should be go getters and set what they want for their life, because guess what? When your time comes, your time comes.
Yeah.
And we're just dusting the
We're all right. We're
wind.
just so off topic.
But it was fun talking about
But you know what?
that.
I just wanted to finish this up so we could actually get to today's topic. But not only this is why I was like so nervous. Like, not that you weren't going to get everything done. I feel
I still
bad.
get a lot done though.
I feel bad when you have to like stay up late to like do shit. And like I know you have work and you have to like do all these things that are not to do with work and you're already backed up with work. So that's why I get like worried. But not only do we have to like empty out all the rooms, but you also had to you wanted to paint 2 of the rooms.
Yep.
Because we just paid to have them painted in January. So it was like crazy to us to pay to get them painted again.
Right.
So but we're switching around all the kids' rooms, and we don't want to paint after the floors, whatever. So anyway,
I'm gonna do it your side. I did the whole deck.
we also had the floors redone before January too, but that's a story for another
The
day.
guy messed up, so he's gonna come back and fix them.
Yeah. Anyway,
So advocate for yourselves, ladies. When a guy messes up a job they're supposed to do great. We got on that phone right away and said, no.
he agreed though.
Yeah, but
he
you
knew
did
that
good.
they weren't good.
You're good with that stuff.
I'm so good with that stuff.
You were pointing
That's
out
where
all
I
the
got
mess-ups
my
on
mom.
the floors. I know. That's why I think that's a big reason too. I'm just scared to ever divorce you, to be honest with you, because I know
you
your
should be
mother would lead that charge.
Oh yeah,
Your mother would rob
But I
me.
also saw what you did when your sister got divorced, so I don't know.
Oh, I dug deep for that.
I still think my mom would win.
Your mom would definitely win.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're staying together forever.
Don't fuck with me.
Actually, give me a kiss on that note. I love you. Oh, you don't got the gloss on. You got matte.
Yes, Matt.
All right,
For
babe.
that for you.
Thank you, babe.
All
All
right,
right,
well.
what are we talking about?
Okay,
What are we talking
let's start with
about?
this for our first time filming back in quite a few episodes.
Okay.
Do you remember what the topic is that we were doing?
The topic is, because we prepped a couple topics because we're trying to organize ourselves for once with this. The topic is who's more manly in the relationship, which
remember.
is the lesbian question that people want to know and are asked. I guess
Story
the
of
manly.
time. The
We've
age
all
of,
heard
the age
it,
of
though.
time. What's that quote? What's that? Stupid.
I don't know. I don't know. The something of time.
I swear to God, my brain doesn't work half the time.
But I don't even know what the saying is.
It's pregnancy brain is such a real thing. I swear. Some days I'm like, what the fuck am I saying? Like,
I
what am
know.
I? What did I even just say?
Sometimes
or like,
on podcasts, you say something that
I'll
doesn't
say a
make
wrong
sense.
word. Like yesterday, I did it to my mom on the phone. I said, "Oh, it'll be when we have to leave for the pool." And I was like, "Wait, what did I just say? I meant the beach." Like it was just something that I was so certain on, and I just was like,
Yeah, you're so
"What?
certain on it. It's like every
What did
time
I
we get in an
say?"
argument.
No, that's not true. I'm
Okay.
obviously right with
You
this.
say you repeat opposite of what you actually said in that moment.
That's false.
Okay.
That's false.
Like,
So I don't know. I feel like
All right.
yes, this is a question that like many lesbian couples get asked, especially like now being pregnant. I'm getting a lot.
or people
a lot of
think
people
and
are
wonder
asking
like
me.
you need a man and a woman energy type of thing.
Well, we already talked about that,
Yeah.
but a lot of people ask me now, like, well, how did you guys decide that you were going to be the one to carry? So like this question's kind of coming up a lot, and I
Yeah.
think like just because of how we look and how we dress, people have these assumptions of who carries what role in our relationship. So in our relationship, we're going to talk today about like who is the man in the relationship. I don't think this just applies to us. I think it applies to straight couples too.
Of course.
Because I think society has changed so much in the last 10, 15, 20 years that, obviously everybody knows women aren't like stay-at-home wives anymore. Moms just like
Well, let's start
wearing
with
an apron and
defining.
cooking and cleaning.
Let's start
There's
with defining the man in the relationship. And Jamie asks that because who's the man in the relationship? We don't go around saying that or anything like that, but we have been basically asked that before.
Oh, yeah,
And
so
if
many
you're a
times.
lesbian, I'm sure you know exactly what we're talking about with this type of question. And let me tell you, let's start with what is the definition technically? What does that even look like? Okay, here we go. I found it. I wanted to see what.
No, I'm saying
I
like, where'd
just-
you find that? You found the definition of a man? Let's
No,
hear
I
it and then
te-
we'll talk
okay.
about it.
All right, so this is like the image of society that society has of the man.
Okay.
Okay. Got it from the internet. Pulled a couple things.
Okay.
Someone who's stoic. You know what that means? Oh my gosh. That's because softball is always my life, and if you're a pitcher, you have to be very stoic.
That's
It
like
means
one of
there's
those
no
words
emotion
that
on
I
your
pretend
face.
I know what it means.
There's
but
no
you
emotion
caught
on
me.
your face,
You
like
caught
the
me.
ice queen. There's no emotion.
Okay. Cold.
Like just not showing emotion.
Oh, okay. That's
Not necessarily
stoic.
cold, just not showing emotion.
Okay.
Pay the bills.
Like a wet napkin?
Fixes. No, that's just somebody that's boring. Pays the bills, fixes the sink, calls the shots, and doesn't show too much emotion. Things like that, right?
Okay.
Is the one that goes to work, finance, budgeting, all that. And the typical is like the wife spending all the money and this and that, and she's just taking care of the kids and does the cooking and cleaning and all that. Now, some people still have those roles, and that's fine. It's very clearly defined in some couple relationships that we know. That may work for them, but for us as a lesbian couple, what are our specific roles and energy here, right?
Okay. So we're talking all about us today, which I like.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
I like it.
Because I think the more we talk about us, the more other couples out there are like, oh yeah, that's us too. In these two mom relationships.
Okay,
you know?
so we'll start with talking from like when you were a child until you were now. Like when you were younger, I guess I think more so you because you were such a tomboy.
Yes.
Did you think that when you were a kid and you first came out like in your college years, you would have like taken that role as like the man in the relationship as you got older?
The man based off of that definition? No, because I am very emotional. I show a lot of emotions.
But did you know that about
show a lot
yourself
of
even when you were
affections.
younger?
When I was younger, I dressed more tomboy, but I still was very emotional. I was very emotional. I was always touchy. I was always like arm around, I was always affectionate. I was always a deep thinker, always a crier. And so I never took on that role ever of being, quote, the man of the relationship, even though, society would look at me and say, oh, she's the one that is more like the boy or the man in the relationship. I was usually the opposite. And I was more attracted to girls that were more of that definition, but looked feminine.
So I think that I probably had the opposite
Yeah, what
experience
about
as
you?
you.
Yeah.
I think that younger, I thought I would be like someone who wanted to be like a stay-at-home mom and took care of the kids all the time and like just cooked and cleaned. Like I actually liked that role, the idea of that role.
Yeah.
But now as an adult, I don't think I would survive if that was my life. I actually love to work. I love to contribute to the family. Of course, I love being a mother, but I love to do other things too. And I am definitely less emotional. Maybe not when I'm pregnant, but I feel like I'm less emotional than you in a lot of areas. And I'm definitely not as deep. I'm deep, but just in a different way
Like
than
before
you.
we
I mean,
relate.
like in comparison,
No,
right?
you're a deep
Like I'm
thinker
definitely
in
deep.
life and whatnot.
I really am.
I would not. I would not have fallen in love with
Of
you
course.
because I'm such a mental, and you are like.
And I could
mental
even be
as
like
well.
deep with a stranger. Like
Yes.
I am a deep person. I
Yes.
just mean in comparison to
But
you.
like
Maybe
when
I'm
we were
not using
laying
the right word.
together before cuddling, you're looking up, and this just happened, and I'm looking at you saying, "Jamie," what I say?
I don't know, something about being together
We've
for
been
13
together
years.
more than we've basically been adults, or at least you. And I'm crying.
And
right?
I'm like, okay, we have to get going now. We have to get ready.
And you said what? I said some jokes this morning. You're like, stop. You're like, oh. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
but you know I'm joking with
I
you.
said, and then I said to you flat out.
You know
I
I love when you joke because I know you really mean it. I know you so well, or something
I
like
said,
that.
you know, I know you love when I joke.
So do you think I was, since you knew you were attracted to people that tended to be the more of the definition of a man, did you like know what you were getting yourself into with me, or did I surprise you, that I was like more of that man? I don't know if I would say I'm the man of the relationship.
No,
I really
no.
wouldn't. I think
we're not even
both,
going to use that anymore because it's like doesn't even make sense specifically for us. We're going to say like what the society old school look or definition of a man
Each
is,
role.
right? Yeah, the role. So, what
are
I
you
like
wearing a bracelet that Carmela made you?
yeah, I always wear it. I wear it to the '80s party, and I wear the other and the mommy bracelet.
The mommy one she didn't
This
make though.
one I
She
made
gave
her
you that
design
one, though, right?
specifically
This one she.
because I like gold, and I
Aw.
like these are like reminders to
I
smile.
like that you wear that. That she made that. That's cute.
I always wear it. Wait, one more thing. You know what it is, as twisted as this sounds?
What?
I'm attracted to people that remind me of what I saw growing up, which was my mother, you know? And it always sounds weird because it's like, I don't have a
That's
crush
so
on my
normal. I
mother,
think any
but-
psychologist would say that.
And she was strong and she took care of things.
Right.
And she really didn't show that much emotion in terms of like, everything okay?
Yeah.
Oh, that much emotion in terms of like mushy, but she gave me just what I needed, you know? And that is all the people I've been attracted to in my long relationships. But with you, the missing piece was your heart of gold. And that's what my mom has. And it's like what you see is what you get. There's no scheming, there's no scamming, there's no distrust, there's no sneakiness. I can't stand sneakiness. Like, and that's what I love about you. But you are definitely more of that kind of stoic, strong. You're strong emotionally too, you know. We have this old school thought of like the woman as like the weeping willow, emotions and this, you know. So that's.
I mean, I can be like that, but I also cannot be like that.
Yeah. Oh, well, if we get in an argument, you're like, you know, definitely.
I gotta cry my eyes out,
I know.
even if I'm not
That's
pregnant.
like the only time I would say that like something small goes so crazy.
Yeah, because I hate fighting with you.
It's not even a real big thing.
I don't like
ever.
it.
Could be the smallest thing.
I don't like
but
it.
You get scared like it's gonna be like a breaker upper.
So let's talk a little bit about like wow. Let's talk a little bit about like the roles that usually gender roles play in specific scenarios, and then like how that falls into our relationship.
Okay.
So I feel like I do tend to do a lot of like the mom wife things.
Yes.
Right. And like and you tend to do some of the more man of the relationship things, as society would say. For example, like you'll bring out the garbages. I'll go food shopping.
I do the bills.
You do the bills. I take care of doctor's appointments
I do projects.
around the house. I do school stuff. I coordinate play dates. I coordinate camps and activities, like extracurricular activities.
Yeah, I hardly ever want to go on a play date. But anyway, yes, so those things, yes, but like I think emotionally and personality wise, it's totally swapped. Which is so interesting.
Yeah.
And it's probably more common than we think.
Yeah.
Like looks really mean nothing.
Do you think we have any friends that are man-woman relationships, marriages that fall into the same category as us?
I think we have a lot of friends where both are working and both are driven to work. Even
that's the
and
other thing. We
even-
both work, obviously. We
Yes.
both- yeah.
We see that. I see that a lot. I don't know if it's the areas though, because maybe in the South, you know, maybe in the South. That's why I want to like learn more about different areas. Maybe in the South, those roles are like clearly defined. I won't even say maybe. I think it's like a definite. But I think in our area of where we live, like the Northeast, like the tri-state, we have a lot of working moms that are bosses, and they're very, I think personality wise, they may swap those roles too.
Yeah, probably.
I noticed that a lot actually with our core group of friends. The women in our core group of friends are just bosses.
Yeah, that's true. We do have a lot of good, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
What do you say?
And not saying you're not a boss if you have a different dynamic. I want to make that clear.
But also being stay-at-home mom would actually be harder.
That's harder.
100% harder than what I do. I really have no
say
desire.
bosses in a term of like they're going out to working and they're doing that, which is just different than the old school societal norm. That's why I say it like that. But I would never want to stay home and be that, because honestly, it's harder. I did that when you went back to work when Carmela was born, and I almost had a heart attack, and that was with one kid.
But even when I'm home by myself,
and I had breast milk all over me. I didn't recognize myself. I gained 20 pounds because I was just lost, and I said, I can't do this anymore. We have to put her in like a little school.
It's very hard.
It's very hard.
Even when I'm home by myself, like cooking dinner and doing the whole like nighttime routine from like 3 to 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
If you're out for work, I'm like, oh gosh, this is so much work. And people that are true, genuine stay-at-home moms that husbands maybe go to this, or wives go to the city.
Yeah.
And work, like leave the house at like 5 o'clock in the morning and get home at 8 o'clock at night when the kids are already sleeping. Like, God bless their souls, because that is so hard.
Like
I even actually know people that do that and work part-time, and I'm like, how the hell do you do it?
Yeah, like she's like she takes care of those kids all day, and the house and everything, and the this and that. It's just like people think like I have no desire.
Very hard. Very hard. Yeah, you're right. And meanwhile, she has a husband that is so involved and like
who I just nailed
probably
karaoke
literally
with.
The most amazing dad that I know.
Who I just nailed karaoke with. Incubus Stellar. You are Stella. That's what I sang. Let's go.
Oh, did I ask this question yet? What do you say to people when they ask us, like, who's the man in this relationship?
I don't really get it now, but I think in college, when I was dating in college or had a girlfriend in college.
Oh, I've gotten it within the last few years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't. But I would have we would have a softball house. We would have a baseball house. We would go to the baseball house, and, drunk baseball assholes or frat guy,
I've had adults that are like regular humans ask.
Well, tell me more, and then I'm going to get pissed.
I can't think of like any specific examples, but I just know it's happened several times over the last few years.
Well, that's really fucked up.
Which one of you are like more of the man? I'm like, neither. Actually, both women. But then and then it's usually followed up with like, well, who carried your kids? Well, I did, but they're Lisa's embryos. Oh, okay. Well, how'd you choose that? And then I go down the whole thing.
You tell them to fuck off at that time.
Right? It's not really people's. I mean, I'm an open book.
No,
so I don't
but
care.
If they start with, well, who's the man? Say your mother's the man, and walk away. Your mother's the man. Like that pool guy. I'll never forget him. Anyway, go.
But if we were going to categorize like the man and the woman in the relationship, if we weren't going to use the terms like that society uses them as, what else could they be categorized as? Dominant and less dominant? I don't really know, because I feel like
we're both dominant.
I don't even mean just us. I mean everybody, but yeah.
There just shouldn't be a label. And this goes back to just removing labels, because society has changed so much. There's just not a label, I can't find a label to say, a true label that would describe me, and that would describe you. Yeah. I can't, because I'm dominant in certain things, but I'm a little bitch and a lot of other things, Yeah. I'm a go-getter, I'm this and that. But when it comes to my, I'm like a mush. I'm a mush. Yeah. And you are too, you're a mush with our relationship. That's what you're a big mush with.
Yeah. I'm emotional about our kids too.
Yes, the kids too. But you're stronger with the kids. Like if the kids get hurt or something like that too.
Oh yeah, I'm good at keeping my shit together.
Yeah, so I think,
but that's a very mom thing for me. I feel like that's a very mom thing to do, though, is to like be able to.
How do we know if it's a mom thing? Not all moms may,
I'm just stereotyped to say.
But that's okay. That's normal. And that's the thing why I'm so over like
like when Francesco got his stitches, I knew exactly what to do. I stayed calm as a cucumber. Yeah. Cold as a cucumber.
Babe, I don't know either of these fucking things you're saying.
I stayed cool as a cucumber. I stayed as cool as a cucumber.
Cucumbers are cold. I don't understand that either.
I stayed.
That is as cool as a cucumber.
That's it, right?
I'm picturing a cucumber with like sunglasses on, like on the beach.
How'd you like holding the microphone, Lisa?
I don't want to move to make a noise. I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either. Can't wait
So
till
we
you
gotta
buy
get
the
those
stands.
things. All right. So this is our first time doing this podcast here with our home. We're gonna figure out the lighting to make it cooler. We're gonna have different camera views.
Yeah.
It's gonna get there, but we wanted to get this to you because
It'll get there. Yeah.
we've just been getting really awesome, feedback and all that stuff. And we'll always be honest and truthful with you. And
That's it.
that's it. All right. Thank you.
Got to go to my
Wrap it
doctor's
up.
appointment.
Wrap it up. All right. Thank you so much. We love you guys. Appreciate you.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at the Two Mom Edit.
Follow us on Instagram at the Two
Almost
Mom
forgot
Edit.
the name again.
Follow us on YouTube. Show your friends. Share with your friends, because our ultimate goal with this podcast, or should we say that? Should we save that for the next episode? What we envision this podcast bringing to everybody. Let's save it because I want to talk about that.
Okie dokie.
All right. Well, it's going to be awesome. Thanks.
Bye, everybody. Love you.
Ciao.
Bye.